Good morning everyone. I am Sharmila, working as faculty of computers in Sanju College of Arts and Sciences. Welcome to the online classes of open source software for 6th sem. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on Perl Unit 5 Part 1 Section 12. Fifth unit topics are Perl Backgrounder, Perl Overview, Perl Parsing Rules, Variables and Data, Statements and Control Structure, Subroutines, Packages and Modules, Working with Files, Data Manipulations. These are the fifth unit concepts. Today I will discuss about the Perl Backgrounder, Perl Overview, Perl Installation. Okay. First of all, what is Perl? Perl stands for Practical Report and Extraction Language. Perl is a general purpose programming language originally developed for text manipulations and now used for a wide range of tasks including web development, system administration, network programming, code generation and more. It's intended to be practical rather than beautiful. Supports both procedural and object oriented. It has powerful built-in support for text processing. Okay, Perl is a practical report and extraction language. It is used for developing web-based applications, supports both procedural and object-oriented languages. Next, Perl Backgrounder. Perl is widely used in various sectors. Following are some of the main concepts this language has. The first, it is used only for developing web-based applications. Next, it is mainly used by the hackers. And it is scripting language. It does not provide much supports to its developers. It does not have its own development environment. It is difficult to learn because of its similar with different languages. Okay. Next, Perl history. Perl was developed by Larry Wall in 1987 as a scripting language to make report processing easier. Next, it was first released with version 1.0 on December 18, 1987. Next, Perl 2, released in 1988, adding a much better regular expression engine. Next, Perl 3, released in 1989, adding support for binary data streams. Next, Perl 4, released in 1991 with a better documentation than earlier. Next, Perl 5, this is the latest version, released on October 17, 1994. It added many new features to its last version like objects, variables, references and modules. So, these are the Perl history. Next, features of Perl. Source code of Perl is free and open. So, the C source containing a Perl interpreter can be easily downloaded for free by anyone. The core functionality of this language can be extended by modifying its source code. Okay. So, Perl is a free software. So, download and easy to use. Okay. Next. Execution of Perl code is fast like a compiled C code. Writing and editing of applications is fast when comparing to other languages. Next, functionality of Perl can be extended by writing Perl-based packages and modules. Okay. Next, Perl is object-oriented. Next, Perl has simple variables containing text or numbers. Next, data types. Perl has simple variables containing text as numbers. Perl allows user to create complex data structures. Okay, combination of hashes, list of scalars, etc. Okay, these are the features of Perl. Next, Perl overview. Perl stands for Practical Extraction and Report Language. Dynamic programming languages operating at the server side. It has growth for the first version of Perl is 1.0 to the current version of Perl is 5.0. So, next, uses of Perl. Applications of Perl can be broadly classified into three categories. They are report writing, system administration, web page creation. First, report writing. Perl was actually made for report writing task. Perl does it very efficiently. Next, system administration. The configuration files of both Linux and Unix are in text which can be manipulated easily using Perl. Next, web page creation. Perl is used for creating web pages that are interactive and needs a small database to store some information. The other common uses of Perl are creating of feedback forms, guest books, message boards, home pages, counters, etc. So, these are the uses of Perl. Next, execution of a simple Perl program. Programming using Perl is very simple. Let us consider a simple program to print hello in Perl. It is written as, if you look at this, print hello world. Print is the output statement. Print is used to display the output. The statement is hello world. In this statement, hello world is the string, so quotations are enclosed in statement ending semicolon. Okay, Perl program is stored in a file with an extension .pl. That means Perl programs are saved in .pl extension, file name .pl. The above program is stored in myfile.pl. Now run this file and print the statement present in it. We use the following command: $Perl myfile.pl. So first open the notepad and write the program. Save this program in .pl extension. After run this program in command prompt. Okay. The output is here. Hello world. Next, how to install the Perl. First, step 1. Check whether Perl is already installed or not on your system. In most of the cases, it is already installed in your system. In the CLI, pass the following command. Open the command prompt and type this command, Perl -v. Press enter key. For suppose if the Perl is installed in your system, you will get the message as shown in the snapshot. If not, then install as shown in the following steps. If you look at this step 2, go to the following site of Perl and click this link. After click this link, click on download icon on the top right. This is the icon. If you look at this cursor, this is the icon. Click this icon. After step 4, choose your operating system. My operating system is Windows. So I am clicking this Windows link. After, choose the version which you want to install. The present version is 5. So I am choosing the 5th version. So click the 5th version. After step 6, we have downloaded Perl in your system. Now you need to install it. Okay. After installation is step 7. Follow the instructions and install Perl on your system. Next, step 8. It shows the location where your Perl is getting installed. You can change it if you want. Next, step 9. Again, run first command to check whether Perl is installed or not. Next, open the command prompt and check and type the command and check the Perl is installed or not. Step 10. After installation is completed, open the Perl application in your system. If you look at this, Padre the Perl ID, this is the icon. So click this icon, open this page. If you look at this, this page is open and type the program. This is the one of the software. Another software is Act2Perl. I am installing in my system. This software is installing Act2Perl. First download the Act2Perl. After installation process is start and click the link 5.28 for Windows. So in my Windows, I am choosing the software Act2Perl 5.28. So after installation is completed, open the notepad and type the program. After run this program in command prompt and save this program in .pl extension. Okay. If you look at this example program, first open notepad. So notepad is open. Type the small program, print hello world. Okay. Next, save this program file, save as, and save this file in desktop. So choose the desktop. Okay. Next, file name sample.pl. .pl is the extension. In Perl, programs are saved in file name.pl. File name is sample.pl. So save. File is saved. Once the file is saved, next open the command prompt and run this program. Okay. Command prompt is open. First change the directory. Because my file is saved in desktop, if you look at this, file is saved in desktop sample. Okay. So change the directory first. CD space desktop. So directory is changed. Next sample. File name is sample.pl. Press enter key. The output is here. If you look at this, hello world is the output. This is the Perl program execution process. Okay. Next, parallel parsing rules. The execution process of a parallel script to exactly similar to the other script-based languages. Initially, a parallel script takes a raw input and parses every statement in it. The parallel then converts this parsed code into a series of opcodes and prepare an opcode tree. These opcodes are finally executed with the help of parallel virtual machine. The sequence of execution of parallel script is: first, initially the source code is read, its contents are parsed in order to verify the source code against core rules. Next, the parser compiles this parallel source into a series of opcodes. Next, the opcode tree developed in above step is executed. Next, in generally, there are two stages in execution process of parallel script, that is parsing stage and execution stage. So these are the parallel parsing rules. Okay. Thank you all for listening. Thank you.